That's what we thought you walked in.
Joe Imbriano, Fullerton resident, father of 4 children, married for 20 years, born-again Christian. And I cannot believe that several weeks ago, we just doubled the liquor mafia's occupancy. We've got a hospital in town that sells more heroin than the Kazakhstan mafia. They're called opiate pain pills. There are pharmacies on every corner. There are liquor stores on every corner. Every function for fundraising for the school district or the churches or anything else for that matter involves alcohol. We have a big problem with alcohol in this community. We have a serious problem with alcohol in our youth. And you all just voted to make it a heck of a lot worse. When I was a child, I grew up on a cul-de-sac where alcohol was a big problem. People's backyards were full of beer cans, and they would wreck their cars. And then there was a house that moved in with a couple of hippies, and they were growing marijuana plants in their yard. And before you know it, the police showed up and confiscated everything, and that was the end of that. What we have here now is a form of prohibition on something that's been perfectly legalized. I'm not telling everybody to go out and smoke dope because I don't smoke this stuff. I don't need it. I don't need to get drunk. I don't need to get stoned. I like reality. But there are people that have a right to have access to products that are medicinal in nature that are not obtainable by home cultivation. And I don't believe you're voting tonight to deny people access to these collectives or these facilities that will sell medical cannabis or even recreational cannabis for that matter is consistent with the voters. And it's certainly a total example of hypocrisy. You know, I love the churches in town. You know, most of the people that run these churches are a bunch of drunks, a bunch of alcoholics. There's a bunch of alcoholics at all these political functions. Every time I look at the pictures of all the political stuff, I see people holding glasses of wine or beer. We got Mr. Domer over here sitting there because a guy that sat in that chair has a problem with alcohol. He wrecked his car around a tree one night. And if it wasn't for alcohol, he'd probably still be sitting there. Mr. Fells would still be our city manager, possibly, if he didn't have a couple of drinks that night at one of these liquor establishments that you people seem to think it's okay to double the occupancy on. Let's look at reality. Let's look at the facts. And let's look at the truth. And the truth is, I've never seen a woman beat up by a guy that was stoned. I've never seen a stoned driver kill somebody. I've never seen domestic violence because somebody got upset over the pizza box or whatever. But alcohol puts people in jail, in the morgue, in the psych ward, and in all kinds of places.